Aloha, aloha, beautiful soul. Welcome in this Monday Me sharing. Now, Monday Me is really about you and your inner world. So we can talk about all these kind of subjects that have to do with you and your relation with yourself, with your body, with your inner world, with your inner children, with maybe even your mind. So I will go and give you all these kind of little nudges during these Monday Me sharings that aim to assist you on your journey. That aim to assist you on your journey towards wholeness, towards shining your light, towards feeling complete. Now, there's one big underlying subject always, which is self-worth, trust, self-confidence. You know, is always the underlying subject. And the way to get there is self-love. And we are going to practice self-love on the subjects of whatever is happening in your life. Please go and share in the comments of this video if there's anything you need me to address. So the things that I think of at this moment is imposter syndrome, procrastination, resistance, the inner talk. I'm not sure about you, but my inner talk is not always very positive, so I had to learn to change that. And I will give you some insights so that you, along your way, can also change that. Because, my dear friend, you are here to shine your light. You have chosen to be on earth to be the best version of who you can be at this moment. And that's why you're watching. So let's go and dig a little bit into one of those subjects. And let's go and find our way through that subject so that we can get back to who we are truly, deep down. You know, when you are beyond all the troubles and all the mind freak and all the survival mechanisms. So for you to become a little bit aware of how this system works, the system that I will be teaching is about self-healing. I'm a big advocate of self-healing. I'm really not a person that likes to be dependent on other people. So I really had to find a way of getting into my own self-healing. Because in the end, other people can give us tips, other people can give us tools, but it's always about us implementing them in our own way. So on this journey, what I think is important for you to have an idea about is and I'm quite sure you already know, but I'm still going to talk about it. Everything starts from the subconscious. The subconscious, sometimes I also call it the inner child, although the inner child is not always as big as the subconscious, but the subconscious is where all the events and memories have gathered together. And some of those events, they hurt us. They gave us the impression that we needed to be different to be accepted. And those are different layers, you know. There has not been one specific situation probably. It has been an accumulation of different situations. And it has grouped together to this one, furry ball. That's the way I look at it in my subconscious. And all the time, when there's anything happening, all that time, then this furry ball is going to propel some alarms to the survival system. And then the survival system is very good in deviating your thoughts, in distracting you, in making sure that you think about other things. Because her task of the survival mechanism is to truly defend that hairy ball of misconceptions. And I'm saying here misconceptions not because they're not true. For you, as long as they are this hairy ball, they are very true. Because they are an accumulation of all these situations in which you were not able to be the beautiful version of you that you are deep inside. But the misconception is about that you needed to adapt yourself to other people to be accepted, which is one of the most important things in our life as a human. We want to be accepted. It is necessary for us to be part of a group. That's what the human conditioning is about. No? So at the moment that we have been accumulating all these things to that hairy ball, it was all about the misconception that we had to fit in with different behavior, with different elements, with different aspects, with different words, with different clothing, with different hairstyle, with whatever it was, to be accepted. So that's the misconception. So when we start untangling those misconceptions, what will happen, because it is very linked, our alarm systems in the mind, our survival mechanism, will immediately pop up and be all over the place. So that it is necessary for us to make sure that we entertain our mind in allowing us to start taking care of that hairy ball. Now, a very important tool you can use for that is I love you from the teachings of Ho'oponopono. So the part of I love you, when you consciously start addressing your survival mechanisms with I love you, I understand that you are popping up. I understand that you're trying to defend me. I understand you're trying to protect me. I understand you are doing the best that you can to make sure that that hairy ball is not exploding. So I love you for that, because you are bringing me so much possibilities. Even though at this moment the possibilities that the survival mechanisms bring are not the ones you need anymore, but you can still be grateful for the possibilities that it's bringing. And then you find your own way in what it is that you need. But I'm not sure about you, but as long as we fly from it, we freeze or we fight it, all the survival mechanisms, they are just staying there stuck, They're like, I'm not going anywhere if you're fighting me. I'll fight you back. Or when you are in the freeze mode, like, I'm not going anywhere. These survival systems, they go in freeze too, I have to tell you, I humanize everything, because for me it always feels like it's a bit funny, but for me, I even talk to my mind. I talk to my survival systems, which is also why I say I love you to them. I actually say it out loud, because for me they are like entities. It's not that they are human forms, but they are energy forms. So as much as we talk to animals or babies, why not talk to these ones, So, and at the moment that you stop falling back into these old habits of fighting or freezing or flighting towards your survival systems, and at the moment that you start using I love you to whatever you are going through at that moment, then you will see at some point things are shifting. It will not be the first time maybe, but at some point things will be shifting. And that's what you want. Because you are here watching me. I really believe that. You are here watching me because you want to step out of something that is not feeling okay anymore for you. So this is one of the ways that you can step out of that. So with using I love you, and I will be talking a lot, very much about I love you on the Monday Me's. By using I love you to all these aspects of you that you are fighting with a little bit, in whichever way. These parts of you that you feel are hard to accept, these parts of you that you feel remorseful about, or that you rather cast away. Well, if those parts of you are starting to use I love you to those parts, then at some point you will see they will start loosening up. Because now they're like, "Ugh." You see? They're all strangling you. And every time that hairy ball is being touched, then your survival system are going immediately like this. Oh! And with you softening them up, softening yourself up, you can untangle that stressful reaction of the survival system, and at some point you will also be able to soothe, to soften that hairy ball of all these memories, all these situations you have gone through. So I hope this has already helped you. Of course, well, there's so much to say. So for the coming year, every Monday at noon, there will be a new sharing about Monday Me for you to step into your light. And Monday Me is really about you and your inner world. Wednesday, we will talk more about you and your outer world. Yeah, there are tools for that too, and you can use the same tool. You can always use I love you for anything happening in your life, but there are different realizations necessary for you and the outside world in comparison to you and the inside world. So that's why I separated them. And then on Friday, I will guide you to your higher world. So especially when you're following me for quite some time, you will see that you are loosening up your relationship with yourself. You're loosening up your relationship with the outside world, which means that you are not alarmed that often anymore. That you are not triggered that often anymore. And at the moment that is happening, there is room for inspiration to come. And inspiration always comes from the higher world, the higher you, the higher self, the divine part in you. So wishing you a lot of I love you to yourself, to each part of you that needs to be seen, that needs to be held, that needs to feel your compassion, that needs to get some attention. And from there, bit by bit, you will layer down all these aspects of you, and you will start shining your light. Wishing you a lot of joy. Sending you my love. And see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, beautiful soul. If there's anything I want you to take from these videos, then it is the permission for you to shine your light. It's the most important thing. So go ahead, shine your light. I love you. Bye bye.